2, 3, 4.
Good morning, my brothers and sisters. On this episode number 303 of the Good Morning Guys podcast. Thank you so much for joining us on this fine morning, afternoon, evening, or night as we are talking about the game of life amidst the other games we love to watch and to play. I'm one of your hosts, Brazilian Mountaineer and Transition Ninja, Lucas Ham Swisher. With me to my left and just downstairs, the judge, the jury, and executioner of fake news and spoilers, Patrick Novacell.
I'm in Brazil, guys. I am here.
Woo-woo! You're supposed to say that in Portuguese now that you're down here.
This is Brazil.
Also with us, Caddy Corner, the former final member of the GMG Quadfecta with music in his heart, Doctor Who on his brain, and La Carreta in his old stomacho, Marc Boucher.
Lucas, are you hardwired right now?
No.
Okay. I was just curious because like Pat's internet is running better than yours, which is hilarious to me.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But hi everybody.
Also with us to my bottom, the newest final member of the GMG crew, the North Kakalakian, who's possibly unlikely to have already eaten dinner, our personal howdy hey handyman, Ryan Isley.
Good evening.
Oh, he didn't say it.
Oh.
I'm sorry. My head hurts.
Fair enough.
I might squeak one in there somewhere.
Speaking of squeaking, where's Lucas? Did his internet go out already?
His internet went out.
His internet went out. My internet is totally fine.
That's hilarious.
That doesn't make any
Wow.
sense at all.
Wow. You're literally in the same house.
We're in the
And
same
he's
house.
gone.
He even left.
Oh, he's in the queue. Hold on, let me throw him back in there.
Goes to show. It goes to show you that it has to be his computer, not his internet.
Yeah.
I'm back. I actually switched my source of Wi-Fi, so I'm going to see if that makes a difference. It might not.
Ah.
But I have two options in this house, and so maybe it helps. We'll see.
Good luck.
We will see, shall we? But yes, I totally thought I could switch it without dropping out, and then all of a sudden everybody froze, and I'm like,
That's a negative.
That's a
Should've
negative
done it
already.
beforehand.
You're the only one that froze on my screen. You're like,
Yep. All right. Well, if you're a new joiner, welcome. This is a garbage truck on fire. We are professionally perfect at it. So pull up a chair. Let's get this party started. If you're not new, you already know that this is how we roll. So you signed up for this. You paid free $99 for this. So thanks for joining us, joiner. All right. Shall we jump into the What's New news? We're going to start with Ryan today. We don't always start with Ryan, so I'd like to start with
I
Ryan.
feel like you do. I feel like you do
Honestly.
always start.
He wants
Really?
to
You think I always start with you?
It feels like it, but it's fine. I don't care. When did we
If
record?
anyone
last?
out there has the stats to who goes first every week, let us know. I need to know.
How long
because
ago
Ryan
was
thinks it's
we
always
recorded
him.
last time? Like, it doesn't feel like
I want to say it was like
last Thursday, right?
I want to say it was Thursday.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
recorded
it was
last.
Thursday. with
No,
Sean.
it was Tuesday.
No, it's Tuesday.
Was
yeah.
it Tuesday?
Yeah, 'cause
Gosh, it's been a week.
It had
I
to
guess
be
it's been a
Tuesday.
week. I don't know.
It's been a
Iffle
week.
or Eagle. Wait, well, I don't even know which one to start with.
Let's
Let's go with IRL. It's just hot. It's hot.
Heck
My
yes,
brain
it
is on
is.
fire. It's hot. I can't think straight. It's
Yep.
hot. Like,
It's hot as Hades.
it's very, very hot.
Baby, it's hot outside.
That's how it goes.
Yep.
That's exactly how
Yep.
that song goes. I believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, just working in the heat. I am completely drained every day when I get home. Today was no different, but today I decided to jump in the pool when I got
Yeah,
home.
buddy.
And
There you go.
absolutely glorious.
Nice.
And then my
Nice.
children wanted
It-
me to throw them, so that was fun.
Of course. I mean,
Of course.
that's a part of the job description, I think, as a dad.
it is.
Anytime you're in a pool, you have to throw children.
I was thinking about making
anybody's
one of
children
them do
will
a
do.
backflip, but I
Oh,
didn't.
yeah.
My pool's not that big, and if I mess up, I'm going to the hospital. So I decided
Oh,
to
that's
just.
true. You're going to the hospital because WB is going to make you pay for that.
Yeah, she would. She is off to her women's meeting tonight. She has a women's small group that she goes to on Tuesdays. So
Uh-huh.
that's where she is.
Mhm.
I was solo dadding it up tonight. I got the children in bed when I wanted to. I feel pretty accomplished, at least
Very
as,
nice.
you.
as far as that goes.
Congrats.
Yeah, not a whole lot going on in real life. Just it's hot, man. I don't want to be outside. It's hard to be
Good
outside
thing
right
you're
now.
recording inside.
Yeah. I
It is
thought about
ironic
recording
that
outside.
you. Oh, that'd be fun.
I did because Gizmo, my dog, had his I don't what is it called? Neuter? He got neutered today.
Oh, the boys are
Uh,
gone.
The boys are gone. Funnily enough, he only had one boy on the outside, and the other boy was still in his abdomen.
Whoa!
It never dropped.
Still?
It never dropped.
Wow. Poor guy. I guess you're doing him a favor by taking care of that. So
Yeah, so
That
he's
seems
currently
uncomfortable.
upstairs in his bed, just like
dreaming of how he used to be a man.
yeah,
Half a man.
Ah, the good old days.
Yeah. So he's in. I gave him one of his little doggy pain meds, so
Oh, that's nice.
he should be fine.
He
I just
appreciates
didn't
that.
know if I needed to be watching him because they don't apparently just default to putting them in the cone of shame anymore. It's just like, just throw it on in case he starts to do it. So I'm like, or you could just
Yep,
put him on the cone
surround
of
sound,
shame,
Rayla.
and, like just
Yeah.
let him.
Now,
get
when we
used
got
to
our
that.
dog, neutered, they gave us like a jumpsuit. She looked like Richard Simmons with a purple spandex outfit on.
We're sweating to the
Like,
oldies.
let's go. Let's sweat to this. Let's go. 1, 2,
Oh.
3.
don't
They
see
did
that.
say, like, their discharge stuff said if you didn't want to put them in the cone, you could put them on a onesie. And I was like, oh,
Yep, that's what we had.
I'm gonna go to Target and buy a onesie.
Ah.
The
He would
onesie
absolutely
of
hate
shame.
that. I'll just put him in the cone in case, but he doesn't usually ever lick there too much.
Yeah. That's the one thing about Cisco that was, I guess, nice, if you can call it that, was the deed had already been done by the time we had him. So
Ah, nice.
yeah.
Nice. Well, this one I thought it was gonna be like way more, but it was only like $200. So I was like, cool.
That's not
That's
bad.
fine. That's fine. Yeah, that pretty much covers IRL. Kids are
Mhm.
officially out of school tomorrow, for like a week and a half, and then they go back. Just because of their track out and like summer. They don't get their summer break until like the end of July, which is it's so weird how they have
wow.
it split up.
Really?
Dude, it's so weird. It's so weird. Being on in a this is the one part about, I guess, year-round schools that I don't like is because it's just constant. And then when you shift, when they take away like one of the tracks, because my kids are on like the second track, but my county is now doing away with that. So everyone that is on the second track gets either shifted to third or fourth. So it just whenever that track goes back, that's when they go back. So
Hmm.
they
I guess
go.
I didn't. I guess
Yeah.
I didn't know that that your kids went to year-round school. I didn't even know that was a thing. That
It
sounds
still is in Wake County.
that
It's
sounds
very much a
terrible.
thing. Not everywhere, but like in Wake County, there's still Wake County. There's still year-round schools.
Wow.
They're usually elementary schools. I
Hmm.
don't think any high schools or middle schools around here still do that.
I didn't realize it was. Is it public or private?
Public.
Yeah. See, I didn't realize your year-long school was a private or public school. I assumed it was private, and that's why they did
We
their own
tried to
thing.
put them in private school. Like we wanted to put them in the private school that's basically in this neighborhood,
Yeah.
but it's too expensive. I can't
Yeah.
afford it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only way we could do it is by working at the place. That's why
Yeah.
we.
That
Like
helps.
that
Part of
would
the
have
reason
to
we
be
do
what
it.
I would do. Like I'd have to
Like,
be like,
can I
"Y'all
fix
need
your
a- y'all
air
need a maintenance
conditioners?
person that
Yeah,
can
exactly.
But yeah, that's gonna be. They'll get to have a week of fun and then go back to school for 2 weeks and then be out for another 2 weeks. It's gonna be weird, but they'll still get to play with their friends and everything. And most of their friends are gonna be on the same new track that they are gonna be going into, so
Mm.
won't mess anything up too much there. Iffle, I played a different video game other than Destiny 2.
Really?
Really?
I did.
We're gonna have to
Um,
quiz you on this. Make sure you're not just making it up. Yeah, I
mean,
played a game this week.
I still played like a little bit of Destiny 2 because
Of
kids
course.
wanted to play. So I was helping Grayson do some missions or something, do some campaign, and I was just like, okay, you're getting offline? Cool, I am too. I started playing Hellblade 2.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, you did.
And it is visually incredibly beautiful.
Oh, this is how it starts.
Visually, it's absolutely there. Cutscenes are freaking like I can barely tell they're not.
When you're complimenting
Real
the
people.
cutscenes right at the beginning, that's never a good sign.
Yeah.
Man, these cutscenes are amazing.
That's
We haven't
how-
had those since 2000.
That is literally how everybody's somewhat negative reviews start. It looks beautiful.
I'm not gonna say
but-
it's completely negative.
Okay.
However, there is way more just like walking and story dump in this rather than like I really
Gameplay?
like the fighting. Yeah, like combat and gameplay and stuff.
There's
like,
not enough
when
of
it happens. Yeah.
Yeah, when it happens, I noticed that they did change. I feel like the parry window in the first game was a little bit more forgiving.
Okay.
This one, like, you got to be dead on to parry perfectly.
Mhm.
I used to be able to parry like all the people in the first game, and now this one, I think I've maybe successfully parried 5 times. So yeah, that was a kind of a bummer.
Yeah. All you need to do is dodge, slash.
Dodge,
Dodge,
ditch,
That's what I've
dive,
been. That's what
duck,
I've been.
and
Slash,
dodge.
slash.
I've noticed that like it's like okay, they just want me to dodge and then use focus all the time. So that's what I've resorted to. I just dodge, wait for my focus meter to fill up, hit
Mhm.
focus, and smack them in the face. But combat is still fun when there is combat. But right now it's a lot of just her and all of the people in her head talking, and then there's people outside of her talking, and that might be why my head hurts right now.
Fair enough. Yikes.
It's a lot. It's a lot going on. And Lucas or Patrick, I think I'm at the same part where you are, where you were in those caves.
So there is the first boss. Have you beaten the first boss yet? If
What
you
was
don't know what I'm talking about, then you have not gotten there yet.
A boss. I don't think I have
Mhm.
fought a boss yet.
Okay.
Is it in
Yeah.
the caves or is it after the caves?
After the caves.
Okay. I think I'm on like the last part of the caves. Like I finally found the people that I was.
You think you're out of the caves? I'm sorry, sir, to tell
Okay.
you.
You are
You
not.
are.
in
No,
fact.
I'm
wrong.
actually I'm not sorry because I played Hellblade 2 a little bit further than Ryan has, And once you at the end of the cave that you're in, that's when the story starts to make more sense. And
Okay.
And it really, after the first boss, you go to the second boss. I'm like, man, this is way better. Why did it take so long to get here?
Like the part where I'm at, I got through everything, and it looks like I'm about to be like walking through exposition dump. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yeah.
Like there's like
yeah.
hologram looking figures and stuff like that.
Yes. Yeah.
Is that where the story gets good?
It does. It really does. Yeah.
I'll be content with that.
Yeah, it does get better. I mean, I don't think I talked about it the last time I talked about Hellblade 2, but there's puzzles in it, and they are the easiest puzzles that of any game.
Yeah, like this torch. Okay.
yeah.
I win.
Yeah. It's really easy.
Yeah, they are very easy. Like I didn't even look in the settings, but like I kind of just don't want to finish this, and I would rather them just turn this into a straight up movie.
You'd probably be
Or,
better off
like-
watching it on YouTube then, I guess.
Yeah, like or just I feel like this could have been a good show. I feel like
Yeah.
this could have been a like 6 or 7 episode season of this,
Mhm.
and I'd have been like, cool. That's exactly what I needed. Instead of me walking and doing all the walking.
It's like- And there's times where you're walking forward and your left thumb on the thumbstick needs to readjust. You're like, oh my gosh, I've been pressing forward for the last 30 minutes.
Mhm. And then there's like those cutscenes that aren't cutscenes that you're making her move. But I'm
Oh,
like,
gosh,
okay,
like
well, it's
when
going to
she-
automatically do it for
like
me. So
shimmying
I let
through
go of
a-
the controller. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like
I let go of
shimmying
the
through
controller
like
and
a
then she
crack.
stops, but I'm like, no
Yeah.
way. No shot that I have to hold this controller for
I've done
6
that too.
minutes.
Yes. And then shimmying across a ledge, you're like, okay, yeah, they'll do this. No,
Yeah.
you have to shimmy
Nope.
across the ledge for the next 2 minutes.
Yep. Ugh.
Goodness.
They didn't knock it out of the park with that, but I'm gonna finish it because I finished the first one and I love the first one. So that's really the only new thing that I've played. I haven't really touched anything else yet. I'm staring at my PlayStation. I
Spider-Man.
will be getting to those eventually.
Believe it when I see it, my friend. Believe it when I see it.
I will get to them, but I do want to play through Hellblade first because I knew this was a shorter game. So
I mean, it's only up from here. As
I
soon
tell
as
you what,
finish
it is a
Hellblade, you're
short-
gonna play these other games.
Hellblade's short. It's 6 to 7 hours, but I
Yeah.
feel like I've been playing it for 30 hours because it feels
So
so boring.
yeah. And then like when there was like I guess when you're running away from a giant, like that was exciting. I was like, oh snap, I get to actually run. I get to run.
Yeah.
And that was fun for the 30 seconds that it lasted.
Why is there not more of this action-packed stuff?
But yeah. If they ever decide to turn this into like a TV show or something,
I'll
I'd
do
be down to watch it. I would definitely watch it. Yeah, nothing else Iffle related. That's really it. It's just been Hellblade. On the Eagle front, I was gonna go help Mark sing, but he then told me, "Stay home. I don't need you."
That is, in fact, not what I said.
No, Mark messaged me and was like, "Hey, you busy on Sunday? Can you come help sing?"
And he was like, "Yeah, I am."
Yeah,
Sorry,
and
can't.
unfortunately, if I wasn't busy, I would have definitely
No.
gone up and helped.
It's
you
all
sing,
good.
man.
I knew it
would've.
was kind of a iffy thing because I knew
Yeah.
how often you actually sing and lead worship. And all
Well,
that.
I mean, I have my schedule for the next month or two.
Yeah.
So far, and I'm only doing like a couple of dates. I'm guessing that they're saving all the times when they're gonna ask me for Christmas.
Got
is
that
what I would have to
PCO
guess.
ready for you.
yeah. They're gonna like load me up on Christmas. I guarantee.
Yeah. Well, maybe we could just have you up just cause
Dude,
one time just to
I'd be
join.
down.
Yeah.
I'm totally down.
Doesn't need to be a hey, I need your help kind of thing. You can just
Yeah,
join in and sing.
yeah. I'll come join in and sing.
There you go.
Lucas, you want to come join and sing?
Why not? Count me in.
Come on, man.
I'll ride back up with Patrick.
Yeah,
There you go.
just singing and
I have enough room in my luggage now, so
Yeah, you do.
yeah, you unloaded everything. Still going through the word. Excited to start. Oh, actually, you know what? I think I was supposed to finish it today, and I forgot to read today. So maybe after this,
You're not the only slacker in the room, so don't worry.
Yeah, maybe after the podcast, I'll go ahead and finish.
There you go.
Or at least I'll get it done by the end of this week. So that way, whenever we go to Journey 4, I can invite my other friends to join us.
Yeah,
I got like
the more the merrier.
3 or 4 guys, I think, that would be joining. So yeah, excited to jump into the next one.
There you go.
But that's all I got.
All right, Marcus.
What is?
How about you, Want to share us with us?
Sure. So on the Iffle side of things, Earl. Let's do Earl first. On the Earl side of things, so managed to get back into the studio Friday nights. Originally, we were supposed to have my drummer come in and do some tracking for him, but unfortunately, my drummer got the flu. And so he could not make it, but I figured, I'm still going to make use of the time. We've got to keep the needle moving, especially because I'm going to start losing people in August. So I need to keep this show on the road as much as possible. So I went in on Friday night and tracked some guitar and some vocals for the next song that we'll be working on. So at least we can get things moving on that front. I'm not sure. It's probably going to be early July. It'll be the next time we get back in to record more. But we'll probably record a couple of times next month. So I'm excited for that. Excited to keep going on that. But Friday afternoon, I started it just all of a sudden hit me like this sickness. Just all of a sudden I had like major drainage in the back of my throat and
coming down with the sickness.
Yep. That's what it felt like. I wanted to do. But some major drainage like in the back of my throat, like runny nose, stuffy nose, sinus pain, all that kind of stuff. I'm like, what the heck? And it just like hit me random point in the middle of the day. It's not like I woke up with it or anything. Like it's just all of a sudden the floodgates just opened. And so I've been sick pretty much most of the weekend. Thankfully, it was not like the flu like my drummer had, because I hadn't been around the drummer at all. So I don't know where I got the sickness from, but so yeah, I got fairly sick this weekend with like a head cold kind of thing, which then led into Saturday. We went to my cousin's, not my cousin, my wife's cousin, which is, I guess, technically my cousin in that respect. But it was my wife's cousin's wedding. He got married on Saturday afternoon. Do you know where Summerfield is, Ryan?
That sounds familiar. That sounds really familiar.
North of Winterfield.
Yes, nailed it. You got it.
No, it'd be
Thanks.
south.
Not this year.
True.
Sure, why not?
I don't know what that means. I just said it like that.
No one knows what that means.
Good.
East.
West.
Western East.
But no, it's, if you know where Reedsville is, Ryan.
I do know where Reedsville is.
It's right outside of Reedsville.
Okay.
So they got married on a farm like property.
Oh,
It's
shocker.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. It's out in the cut.
Everything is on a farm nowadays.
Yeah, it's out in the cut. And it was an outdoor wedding. Now, as Ryan previously mentioned, it's freaking hot. It's pretty dang hot outside. Like it was like
Was he in a short sleeve tux?
Absolutely not.
Yikes.
Yeah, it was like full on tux. Everybody was in their full stuff. Thankfully, even though it was an outdoor wedding, it was somewhat in the shade. And they had it later in the day. It was like 4:00. So, but it was
I
still
don't know
pretty.
that I would have liked that because
No.
like that the heat just had time to just be heat.
Oh no, I would never. I would absolutely never do anything like that for a variety of weather reasons. Like there's too much of a liability of it, the possibility of it raining, or especially in the middle of June,
Yeah.
freaking
The
in the
pop-up
south.
thunderstorms.
Yeah, and pop up thunderstorms and all that kind of stuff. Anything is just like too much of a dice roll. So, but yeah, it was freaking hot. And I was not feeling good. And again, it was freaking hot. But it was a beautiful wedding. It was great to see them finally get married. And the actual ceremony was outdoors. The reception was outdoors. Thankfully, it was under a canopy, which had some fans, but otherwise still outside. And we were there from we left at 1:30 and the wedding was at 4 and we left at 7:30, 8 o'clock, something like that. And then didn't get home until 9:30. So it was a day for sure. And especially when I wasn't feeling good, but it's still worth it. Cause I love those guys and I'm excited for them to start their new life together as husband and wife. So I'm very thankful for them.
Sorry to interrupt.
No,
My dog is whining. I'm gonna go see if he's okay and if he needs to go out. But
there you
I'll
go.
Be back.
All right, 10-4. Tell him we're sorry about his balls. So Sunday, like I mentioned, I was feeling sick and it all went to the back of my throat. And so by Sunday morning, I was hitting those bass notes. Like I was,
there you go. Time to do that bass track on your
let's go.
Yeah.
On your album.
Kristen was like, you should get sick more often.
It's that voice, the sultry voice, man.
I keep forgetting this guy's name, the country singer that does that Long Black Train song. I'm trying to remember his name. Dang it.
You're talking music and country. So
Josh Turner. The Long Black Train. It's really low. And typically that's scraping the bottom of the barrel for me. And I was hitting it like it was nothing. And yeah. But thankfully it was serviceable enough to where I was able to sing what I needed to sing on Sunday. But thankfully I had I had another guy on my team that was that had my back and was able to kind of sing along with me. So it didn't sound as bad, but it was a little bit of a struggle bus on Sunday morning, but we made it through. Nice. And then Sunday, as if you've looked at my social media at all or looked on Discord or anything, I was super excited because Sunday was the 35th anniversary of one of my favorite movies ever, the 1989 Batman movie with Michael Keaton.
Man, that music from Danny Elfman, it's incredible. It's one of the best ever.
Chef's kiss. Absolutely. Yeah, he and tons and tons of Batman media since then. They've basically taken their cues music wise in a lot of ways from Danny Elfman's score.
Yeah.
Because it's got that March type of feel with a detective noir dark feeling to it. He's just really good with that kind kind of stuff. And just anytime you put that song on, it's just fantastic. The whole soundtrack is just awesome. And even the Prince songs that they have in the movie, like I have an affinity for them, even though they're very much a product of their time. I still love them, and they fit within the context of the movie because Joker's just being Joker in those moments. And they're just these like crazy funky type songs that he just is Jack Nicholson's hamming it up as the Joker in the movie. But so a rewatch of the movie was had. We watched it on Sunday night, which was fantastic as always. Excuse me. Yep, still getting over that sickness. Yep. So that was good. On the IFL side of things, not a whole lot of gaming this week. I did play some Fortnite. I feel bad I haven't gotten into, because I was super excited. Fortnite has a new mode called Fortnite Reload, which is a lot of what's been going on the past couple of weeks has been Metallica themed. So like they have all these like different heavy metal type, like there's a traversal item that's like an electric guitar, and like the Metallica band members are actually in the game. Like you can purchase them as skins, and there's like a whole island that has them on it and stuff like that. And and then they introduced this new Reload game type, which Reload is the name of one of Metallica's albums. And in this game mode, there's basically endless revives. As long as one member of your team stays alive, it's not like the normal game where you have to go get their card and then take that card to a reboot van and bring them back, and you risk getting attacked if you're trying to bring them back. No, it's as if you die, as long as one member of your team is still alive, the rest of your team comes back. And it just keeps going until somebody just completely eliminates your team. But I haven't played it yet. Just because we haven't had the opportunity to get together. I know obviously Pat's in Brazil, but trying to see if Tim and Justin might want to play. So we'll see what happens with that, because I definitely want to jump into that game type, because it's definitely a nice break from the stupid turret cars.
Yes, it is.
And the
We
really
still
nice,
got another like month and a half of that.
yeah, and the really nice thing is it's a separate game type. So it's not like if everybody who likes the turret cars, they can go off and play their thing, but you can go to a completely separate game and play the reload mode. So that is cool. And then on the Eagle side of things, I am also continuing on the Through the Words stuff. I think I did Romans 15 today. So, and there's what? Is there 17 chapters? 16. Okay. So it's tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be done. And then I'll be ready for Journey 4. So question for you guys, and it sucks that Ryan is not here. Hopefully he will be back.
Come back, Ryan.
Question for you guys is, so as part of my quiet times, obviously I do the Through the Word stuff. But I also like to put on some worship music after the fact. So there's the worship through hearing the word and applying the word, and then worship through music.
Yeah.
And so I've actually lately I've been into if you guys have heard of the worship initiative. I don't know if you guys have heard of that.
I have.
If you're not familiar, if you know who Shane and Shane are, they're a Christian band. They're two guys, both named Shane, obviously, and they're more of like, they've got an acoustic-y type vibe. But they do a lot of worship stuff now, and they started this own separate band that's like a collective of different Christian worship leaders. It's called the Worship Initiative. And I've been listening to a bunch of albums from them. And I also listen to a worship group out of Australia. I believe they're out of Australia, either Australia or New Zealand. They're a group called City of Light. That's really good. And then I started listening to a worship band called the Porter's Gate, and they're all kind of the same feel, like very acoustic-y type sounding. And a lot of their songs are like a lot of modern hymns, basically. But a lot of contemporary stuff too. So my question is, do you guys listen to worship music at all in your quiet times? Or, even if you don't listen to it in your quiet time, what's your like go-to worship group or artist or anything like that? And Ryan's back.
For me, the kind of worship, whenever I'm in the car, if I'm not listening to a podcast or through the word, there's a couple radio stations here in Cincinnati, Star 93.3 and Kiss. No, not Kiss. What is the other one's very popular? K-Love.
K-Love,
yeah. So I listen to that.
Encouraging.
K-Love. Yeah. So
I used to think it was
them.
Kayla.
Kayla.
I'm like, who's Kayla? Why would you naming a radio station after Kayla?
But if I'm at home and I want to listen to it, I ask Alexa to turn on worship music and Christian worship music, and it's all the same songs that are on the radio. That those are the things that I listen to. I don't listen to a specific band or album. I mean, there's some of the bigger, like the Toby Mac. Who are the other worship, like the man? I don't know a lot of music, and as far as albums and artists go,
Brandon Lake.
Brandon Lake is one. Phil Wickham's good. Yep. So those guys are good.
Maverick City. I was gonna say Maverick City, Passion, Christian Stanfield.
Chris Tomlin.
Chris Tomlin's another one. Mm-hmm.
So the question:
Elevation worship.
Yeah, Elevation, Jesus culture, all that kind of stuff. So the question, Ryan, and I'm sure you've gathered as much from listening, but I was basically talking about in my quiet times. I like to obviously listen to Through the Word app, and then I'll actually go and listen to worship music after the fact, kind of as part of my quiet time. And so the question was, do you listen to worship music in your quiet time? And even if you don't, what is your go-to worship artists or bands?
I definitely do the same thing. I either start out my day with worship music or Bible reading, or I'll flip-flop it. So it could go either way. Because my car ride is a lot shorter now, so I have a lot less quiet time than I normally do. It's usually like immediately into the Bible, either Bible app or through the word. But then throughout the day, there's never really a time that if I'm not listening to a podcast that's biblical based or something like that, I'm listening to worship music. That's pretty much the only music that I listen to nowadays. And that's not even like quiet time. That's just like
in general
at home, just in general. Yeah. My kids actually really, really, really are into Forrest Frank right now.
Frank. Okay.
He does what's that song? He does a song called Always, and he does a song called crap. Why am I blanking on the name?
I've never heard that one.
Yeah, a song called Crap. That's an
crap. No, I'm blanking on the name of it, but I can't it's like one of his most popular songs now.
I don't think I've ever heard
Good it. Day. It's called Good Day.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've heard him.
Yeah. My kids really, really like him right now.
I've seen this guy on like TikTok and Instagram.
Yep, TikTok, Instagram. Yeah, you know the guy.
Okay.
Like you've seen him. personally, I like the message and everything of his songs. It's just his voice that
Doesn't
bothers
he use
me.
a lot? He uses a lot of
Same.
auto-tune, right?
Yeah, he uses a lot of autotune, or he just kind of like
Talk
doesn't
sings.
really. He sings, but he doesn't sing like how Maverick City or Passion or Elevation sing. Like
Yeah.
they sing.
Yeah.
He's kind of more like I guess like Christian rap is the best way to
Yeah.
describe him.
I don't
I
know
don't
that I'd
know. I don't know
necessarily
what category you would
consider
put him
him
in.
worship. I would.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Christian music for sure, but
Yeah. But yeah, that's what my kids will listen to right now. And for me, it's mostly just my same rotation of people. I bounce back and forth between Elevation Worship, Brandon Lake, and Maverick City. Those are probably the top three.
I saw they are. I saw Mav City is coming to Raleigh.
I did see that too.
Mm-hmm.
I might have to. I might have to go.
There you
Might have
go.
to go to
So I think that leaves Lucas. So
Yeah.
Lucas.
For me, in terms of my quiet time, I'm pretty old school in terms of just Bible and prayer. I do try to daily listen to worship music, but it's usually in conjunction with like making dinner, washing the dishes. When I usually like am driving somewhere, I'm gonna listen to usually lately I've been listening to, if I'm not listening to Through the Word or the Bible app, I'm listening to Bible Project. This year they've been focused on the Sermon on the Mount, and they've been unpacking that, and I've really been enjoying just focusing on Matthew 5, 6, and 7 over and over
That's
and over
their
again.
podcast that they're doing that
how
on,
much-
or is that like
That's the
just-
focus this year.
Okay.
So the podcast is breaking down each verse, and just Tim and John talk
So
about.
they're doing it on their podcast.
They're doing it on their podcast. Yeah.
I need to keep listening to their podcast because I really did like it.
Man, it's so good. But in terms of the music part, it's a mix. You guys have mentioned a lot of the ones that I've listened to. I don't have a certain like one band or that I focus on. I usually just find mixes on Spotify, like worship. I do worship 2024, but then sometimes I get kind of burnt out on the new stuff because it kind of can sound samey. So I prefer listening to all, like across the decades. Like let's listen to all of it, whether it's hymns, praise choruses. I do like worship with Third Day. I really enjoy theirs. I've really been, I know it's not worship, but I've really been gleaning a lot from Toby Mac's music this year.
Yeah, man.
And in part because of Gabe just wanting to listen to the music that he's been singing in, but just listening to Toby Mac, he's just really I've just really been jiving with his message and what he sings about. And so yeah. And so and then on top of that, I have my own just mix of songs that I've kind of catered, like 50, 60 songs that are just a guarantee that when I listen to them, I'll sing along, and
Is that a
speak to
playlist
me.
that
And
you specifically built?
yeah, it's just one that from
Yeah.
time to time I'll sing a song or hear a song that I'm just like, yes, I want to worship to that more. And so I'll just add it to my hams mix, I think is what it's called, something like that.
Yeah.
Send me
So
that. Share your hams mix with me.
I will gladly share hams mix with you.
I started making my own playlist of that I call worship songs on my radar, and it's kind of a mix between songs that I just like in general, and then songs that I'm considering in terms of like introducing to our church for worship. So yeah, I like to curate in that sense, and I'll listen to that a lot.
Nice.
I built a playlist a while ago that was called Sunday Morning Feel Good.
There you go.
There you go.
I've yet to add much of anything.
Whoops.
More to it. I think I added like 100 songs like off the rip when I started it.
Oh yeah.
And that's still some of like my favorite songs. But then like I kind of like, because on Spotify I will sometimes give you the option to add like smart shuffle or something to it where it will play other songs that it deems would fit into that, all those but like there's so many genres, like because I grew up like, you know, old Baptist Methodist church, so like we're singing like Luther Barnes and like Canton spirituals, like very, you know, black church. It was black church. It was a lot of lot of long nights there. And sometimes I need that. Sometimes I miss those things because like you can definitely get tired of hearing the same, you know, CCM corporate worship music over and over and over again.
Yeah.
It's nice to throw a hymn in there sometimes and just break up the monotony. Because
For
everything does these days does really feel like that. There's a shirt or something that I saw that was like verse 1, chorus, verse 2, chorus, bridge, 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 bridge. Like,
Yes.
that's how it feels. So yeah, I need to start adding some more music back to it of new stuff that I like now.
Yep. But that's it for me. All that to be said.
Cool. Thanks for sharing, and thanks for the question for discussion, Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick, neighbor,
Hi.
roommate, housemate. How are
Secret
you?
lover.
It's a secret.
Well, it's not a secret anymore. Thanks a lot, Ryan.
Hey.
That's how secret works. Come on. Yeah. So I'm in Brazil now, and
Yeah, you are.
so that's part of the IFL side of things. But a lot of my update is going to be about everything surrounding Brazil. But let's go back to last
Water.
Wednesday.
Land,
Let's go.
jungle, Northern
So-
Hemisphere time. Let's go back in time.
Going back to Cincinnati, Ohio. Last Wednesday, the wife and I had our a date night for the first time in quite a while. So
Woo.
we went out to dinner, and then we went to a creamy whip, a dairy bar kind of place where we've on a side of town. We're not over there ever. We would never accidentally drive by this place. It was from a recommendation, and so we drive over there, and they have all kinds of stuff that is not in around our area. They have options like nachos, which is instead of tortilla chips, they are chips that are like waffle cone chips. And they throw ice cream in there with whipped cream, cherry, and then usually like where you put the nacho cheese, you can put what you want in there. Like if you want to put hot fudge or caramel, whatever, you can put a sauce in there. So you can dip your waffle cone chip into the ice cream, into the caramel, into the hot fudge, or whatever.
What's the name of this place? Because it sounds like I'm about to be fat.
It is awesome. And so and she's like, oh no, that's a little pricey. I'm like, we're never over here, let's go big or go home kind of thing. So she got that. And the other thing that was the highest price was just a waffle cone with ice cream and but it wasn't a normal waffle cone. It
And
was
bacon?
an actual waffle.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I was so confused. I was like, that looks like a waffle. So I go in and I ask about it. They're like, yeah, it's just a waffle. It'll take me a couple minutes to make. And I'm just like, it was
Like
it was
full
amazing.
Belgian waffle.
It was a full. I mean, they call it the bubble waffle, but because it looks like a bubble wrap. The big bubble wrap that you pop, but it's a
Yeah.
waffle.
Oh my God.
And it was incredible. I looked at it and I was like, this looks like something like because the waffle is kind of like formed into a cone, but I'm like, this ice cream is gonna fall out. But they put like a cup underneath it, and so all the ice cream goes into the cup if you don't eat it before it melts. It was amazing. I got enough. I don't know how you eat your ice cream, but I usually eat my ice cream first, and then I'll like eat around the cone, and then have a little more ice cream, then eat around the cone. So I ate enough ice cream, and I started to eat around the cone, and I took that first bite, and I'm like, this is incredible. I want this in the dairy bars near me all the time because it was awesome. I couldn't finish it though because it only comes in a large
entire waffle.
Yeah, it was an entire waffle. It was huge. I'll post a picture of it on the Discord. It was incredible. So it was a good date night. Good recommendation. So the rest of the IFL side of things is traveling here to Brazil. So Lucas had me bring so much stuff.
Much
from the States. Like it was a lot. I was very concerned on being able to bring enough clothes. I even called him up and I was like, hey, are you good with me doing laundry at your house? Because I may need to do it. And so I look into it. I needed to check in, and it said that I can do a check bag and I can do a carry-on item, which I didn't think I had. So I was like, sweet, I have a carry-on item. I can just put all of Lucas's stuff in the carry-on item. And so I was able to bring, I had extra room finally. And I was able to pack some of the extra stuff that I wanted to bring. So I don't have to do laundry. I have my podcasting stuff, which I was not anticipating being able to do. So, which is another plus. So I get to the airport, and the flight from Cincinnati to Miami, and then there's a flight from Miami to Brazil. The flight from Miami to Brazil, there was only like a 1 hour layover in Miami. And I am in Cincinnati.
You had to book it.
So I looked online. Okay, this is where my gate is. This is the terminal. This is where I get the gate I need to be at. Same terminal. It was only like 30 gates down. So I was like, oh, okay, great. And it gives you like a map, and it tells you it's only like a 10-minute walk. I'm like, okay, cool. That's enough. That's enough time for me to do what I need to do. I'm in Cincinnati, and the flight is supposed to take off at 7:30. We did not start boarding until 7:30. So we were a half hour behind. I'm like, oh no, am I even gonna be able to make this? So, if you've ever ridden on a plane and you see those people that are just like rushing to get off the plane, I was one of those guys. And so I rushed off the plane. So my flight left at 11:10. We land at 10:30. So I have 40 minutes to be able to get to the next terminal, or the next gate. So I get off. I'm like, okay, 40 minutes, 10-minute walk. I'm going to go ahead and just hit the restroom up because I need to go. And then I'll go hit up the restroom. I go, and then it's not a 10-minute walk. You have to actually ride like a tram. And I'm like, oh no, because I started. They have the arrows. Okay, D30 is this way. D30 is I walk up the stairs, walk across the hall, and then there's just a wall, and there's nothing left. I can't go any further, so I have to take the tram. And there's 2 trams, and one of them is broken down. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm going to make it. So I get on the tram, get off. I kind of power walk my way to the next gate, and by the time I get to the gate, they were boarding the 7 of 9 groups. So I was cutting it real close getting onto the plane. So, well, long story short, I mean, I'm here. I'm in Brazil. I was able to make it. It was scary. It was nerve-wracking. I'm like, I don't want to have to stay in Miami overnight because the next flight out is probably not until tomorrow. So I was able to make it, which was great. So I get there, I get to Brazil, and Lucas texts me, and he's like, hey, I'm gonna be a few minutes late. Traffic's bad here, and traffic's bad here. I mean, it's bad here.
Dude,
it's
it's
really bad. I
nasty.
mean, Lucas, I mean, you drive in this more than I do, but it's if
Oh,
you
yeah.
want to go 3 miles, it might take you 30 minutes. It's better to just to
Oh,
walk.
gross.
At least. Yeah.
That's
Oh yeah.
some, like, New
Sometimes
York
you'll be
type crap.
driving. You'll be driving, and you'll see the same guy on the bicycle just like going by you over and over again. You're like, this guy's having the time of his life, getting exercise, and he's going faster than I am.
Yeah. So while you guys were talking about Through the Word, and you guys are almost done. I left I'm still on Romans 1. I haven't started Romans because I saved it for my trip. And come to find out, you can't download your journeys if you're in a group to offline. There's not even an option.
Yeah.
You have to any plan that you're the only person on, you can download and be offline. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll just start a Journey 3 alone. I'll download it and then I'll listen to it on the way. But then as I was downloading, I'm like, I'm not going to get any of the responses from anybody on any of these chapters. So I was like, this doesn't make any sense. So I there's a little bit of a snafu. I'm way behind. I was supposed to start listening to chapter 10 with Lucas either today or tomorrow. I got a little bit of work to do before we can start doing that.
Fair enough.
So very light on the Eagle sides.
In the morning, you can't come out of your room till you listen to 2 chapters of Romans.
Boom.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'll do that.
He's gonna swap
No
your
worries.
door handle while you're sleeping.
Now 2 more. 2 more. You said 2 more ago.
2 more.
Did I stutter? Get to listening.
Did I stutter? Yeah. So on the IFL side of things, I have gone through like we've talked before, going through Hellblade 2. I'm hoping to finish it while I'm on the trip here. Got my Steam Deck, so I can just play it in the bed while everyone's asleep. I might finish it tonight. We'll see.
There you go.
You might pass out.
It's a very good.
He's gonna get a
chance.
Steam Deck to the face.
I know.
God, man. I heard that thing is heavy, so like, please don't mess your face up.
It's not like Game Gear heavy, but it's
It's
pretty
like
bulky.
5 PS5 controllers heavy. I mean, it's pretty solid. But my son and I have gotten into gaming again, and we're back into Minecraft Dungeons.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't
Let's
played
do it.
Minecraft Dungeons in so long.
It was last week. We were on Apocalypse +3 difficulty. It's the hardest difficulty, and then it continues to go up as you progress. And we played for like 5 days. Any chance we got, because we knew I was going to come to Brazil, and so there wasn't going to be a lot of me and Clark time. So I was like, let's play some games. So we played Minecraft Dungeons, and we were able to get up to Apocalypse +9. So we were able to go 6 levels in those 5 days. It was so awesome just to play Minecraft Dungeons with Clark. I mean, again, it's such a fun. It's a great co-op game.
It is.
I'll have to pick that back up. My kids did like that one.
Yeah,
Until the
that's awesome.
end.
Yeah.
They got to the end boss and they were like, it's creepy spider thingy. And they did not
Spiders are everywhere. Yes.
They did not
everywhere.
like that end boss.
Kill it with
They
fire.
hated that end boss. They were like, yay, we beat it. I never want to touch this again.
Yeah. There's another game that I've started to play with Lucas while down here in Brazil. It's not your typical game.
It's true.
My wife sent me a video, a TikTok of this game, and she messaged me. She's like, "Why aren't we playing this yet?" It is called Guess My Fart. And so you ask your whoever it is, your significant other, friend, whatever, to guess your fart, and their job is to make a noise to what they think your fart's going to be, and then you let one loose and see if they're right or not. It sounds stupid, but man, it is awesome.
It's now a family favorite, minus my wife and my daughter. So it's pretty much Swisher Boys with Patrick.
Mark, would you like to do the honors or would you like me?
Good night, everybody.
Okay.
So to make it a little bit more low key, we're calling it GMF for short, so people don't know what it is. It is a riot
All
of a
kinds
game.
of gaming
You
going
guys
going
can
on.
rub your forehead all you want. It is such a fun game.
No,
I
just-
will. And I
just
want.
love you guys so much.
I will shake my head all that I want.
You can do it all you want.
Do it.
But yeah,
There you go.
Lucas,
Hey, Patrick.
how's it going over there? How's it upstairs?
Don't GMF, okay? Not yet.
I can't hear it, so don't do it yet.
I'll save it. All right. So on my end, let's see. We did a few movies this past week, up until even today. But I'll get my way there, slowly but surely. We watched Last Crusade as a family, the best Indiana Jones movie. That was a good time. Definitely. When Homeboy does not choose, when he chooses poorly and turns into the Crypt Keeper, what a magical moment. I just love how just like it's like this mysterious wind, it just blows through and then blows him
Yep.
into dust with a
Yep.
head
I don't
of-
know, man. It's kind of hard to beat Nazis melting, though.
It is. It's true. The Nazis melting with the eyeballs just rolling off their face. It's pretty. I think that still wins.
Yeah.
But man, when his just face, like all this, his hair grows and like the shock of horror on Elsa's face, and then him turn into the Crypt Keeper is a pretty special moment.
Yep.
But it's just such a iconic movie. Like just remembering all the set pieces and Sean Connery is just he's a gem. Like I just love all his lines.
Agreed.
And his chemistry with Harrison Ford is perfect, and the whole family loved it. And then sometime this past week, I think on Thursday, maybe we went and saw Inside Out 2. We watched Inside Out and then went and saw Inside Out 2. And man, they didn't miss a beat. Like they just keep the good times rolling. They add some emotions to the mix. They mix well until they don't, but that's the whole story to it. And it's really good. Like,
Yep.
and there is just some deep moments, some heartfelt moments, some obviously emotional moments. But there's just some great. They take the symbolism and the psychology and the emotions and the story, and they weave it all together, and they go deeper. Like I think the first one is still my favorite, but the second one, they took it some directions I didn't expect them to go, and I feel like especially for people with anxiety, I think they give a very healthy, accurate picture of what it's like to deal with anxiety in both the positive and the negative ways. Like just really, really well balanced. I felt like it gave a good perspective on that. So
I looked over at my wife when we watched it, and she was like bawling the entire time because she was like that little orange person running around in my head is 100% real, and I'm like, and then she just started crying. And I just gave her a hug. I was like, I don't know what to do. I love you. Like, I love you anyway.
I watched the first one. I haven't seen the second one yet. It's probably going to be a wait till it comes to. I'm assuming it's going to come to Disney Plus.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Without a doubt.
So yeah, I'd probably watch it when it hits Disney Plus.
Lucas, what do you think they're gonna do for 3 if they go to 3?
Man, I don't know.
I would love to see. I know this won't ever happen, not in a million years. I would love to see like Riley grow up and accept Jesus, and then Jesus just pops up.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. But yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Nope, not with Disney.
No.
I feel like there were
Or
subtle
Pixar.
aspects that you could easily speak into, like Christ and just a faith and just how, I don't want to say too much because there's a bit of a punch to it, like just at the end. I feel like there's some space for that. If
Yeah.
That you could go that route if there were some, Christian people at Pixar that would want to just sneak that in there. But that would be great.
Jesus pop up and be like, hey guys, how's it going?
Yeah. But I don't know where I'd want to see a third one go. I feel like, I don't know. Like for me, I feel like the next step really is Christ. Like she's like all the things that she's gone through, like I've definitely connected with, or my wife's connected with, but I'm just like, well, actually there was a point where some stuff was said and I'm like, this is the perfect point for Jesus to show up, because you're getting exactly to why we need Jesus. Like that's just in a non-condescending, judgmental way. Like it's just like the things they're saying in the movie. It's like, this is true. This is the human condition. This is the human heart. You just need Jesus. We just need him. And
where I think it'll go realistically, emo phase.
I mean, yeah, so if I'm gonna, we just lost someone. We just lost Ryan.
Lost Ryan.
How'd we lose Ryan and not me again?
That was weird.
I don't know what just happened.
Just like randomly kicked him out. That was weird.
Ryan, what did you do?
I was never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
It's probably better.
It's probably better that way. So to answer your question, Ryan, I think, and this scares me to say it, but I think they're going to go into an actual relationship.
Like, oh yeah,
that's what's lacking.
That makes
really.
a lot of sense.
And just like, so some kind of, I don't know, rom-com, teeny bopper, Inside Out.
Gosh,
which could be very dangerous and very weird. I hope they don't. Like, I really like the way they've really done both of these movies in a balanced, just get the controversial stuff out of the way. Let's just look at the psychological, emotional side of things and just leave it at that. And I really appreciate that about it. That it's not, there's so many moments where it feels like, ooh, they could totally take this in a way that would cause some people to be like, I'm never watching this again. But thankfully they don't. They focus on the message and the point, and they do a good job. So, but we'll see. Then the last movie we watched today, and we watched with Patrick, and that is old X-Men Dark Phoenix.
There we go.
Did.
Yes.
And in the words of Marc Boucher, I didn't hate it. Did not hate it.
Really?
It was actually better than what I thought it would be. And in fact, I think all of us said it's better than Apocalypse.
Well, that's 100%. Not hard.
I know that's not like, woo, really blew that one out of the water, but
just trip over the bar for that one.
Yeah, pretty much. But it really just, I don't know. Like, I feel like they took their time with it. It wasn't fan servicey like Last Stand was, and it wasn't. I mean, the best Phoenix saga is with X-Men animated. Like they just do all of that better, best. But this one wasn't bad. I'm not a big, like, I think for me, I don't feel like I have that connection or even believe some of the relationships, if that makes sense, in that group of people. Like, I'm just like, you're not really best friends. You're not really like Cyclops and Jean Grey. I'm like, you guys act more like brother than sister than you do an actual romantic couple, other than obviously when they kiss on, when they do romantic things. But besides that, I'm just like, nah, I don't believe you're in a relationship together. Like, I just don't feel like they've developed that relationship. But at the same time, like they unveil the story and the backstory with Jean and the whole, the villains go a weird route that I feel like was just kind of shoehorned in. And they're like, we need someone else to help move the Phoenix, the Dark Phoenix side of things. And it gets
who was the villain in that movie?
I couldn't even tell you. They're just like
space people
that want to control the Phoenix, but like they base it on a whim. Like, oh, it destroyed our planet, so we're going to follow it through space. And then it possesses Jean, and we're like, maybe we can get her to help us make us a new world by taking over Earth. But they just kind of like, they're almost like body snatching like emotionless, weirdos. Like they don't I don't know. Like they're just like, it's weird. Like now that I think about them, like they're just weird villains. But there were some good fight scenes, some good action moments, especially on a train towards the end. It was in some ways it was better than I thought it would be. So
Were there snakes on the train?
no.
Darn. Well, they'd
Can't
be
even
on the
think.
plane, but
Snakes on a train. There's nothing on it. Yeah. No. Sorry. But yeah. Patrick, did you have any other Dark
I mean,
Phoenix thoughts?
I fell asleep through it.
ooh,
He
for
did
like
fall
10
asleep through
yeah.
part of it. It was slow at times.
Yeah, I woke up. He's like, you missed a fight scene.
I said you missed one of two fight scenes in the movie. There
Oh,
weren't a lot of fight scenes. Yeah.
Of course, I fell asleep before the fight scene.
Oh,
He
so
fell
it sounds
asleep.
like Hellblade 2. You missed only one of the two.
Yeah. But it had it only had two fight scenes, and then half of it was just the X-Men fighting amongst each other, obviously, because one of their own is like, he's got mental issues and is, they're trying to help her, and then she's like reacting to them and ends up, hurting people.
You just said mental issues, and I was like, huh. They gave like the strongest X-Men with her mind mental issues.
Mental
That's
issues.
like,
No.
why would you do that?
Well, that's her power, is the mind. So it's like, oh, great. She has issues with her greatest power. She's like the Hulk, like mental Hulk.
Yeah.
Or Hulk Jesus, Patrick. Remember that?
Yeah.
Hulk Jesus. What?
We definitely saw a truck while we were driving back during our 3-hour drive back from the airport. We saw a truck with a huge Hulk spray painted on the back, and then at the bottom on the flaps of the truck, like behind the wheels, it just said Jesus in green.
sure.
And so it was just like Hulk, picture Hulk, and then Jesus below. Is like, does he think that's Jesus? Like Jesus beefed out? Like,
I like to
Jesus
imagine my
smashed.
Jesus as a roided up Hulk.
yeah,
He's coming to punch the word into people.
Jesus saves. Yeah. So yeah, that was weird. But yeah, that was the Eiffel movie.
Yeah, well, right afterwards,
Right.
we saw a license plate that said "E.T. God."
Yeah.
So we're like, all right, where's the Holy Spirit? Who's next?
Yeah. At least it didn't have a picture of ET, which would have.
With a halo.
Yeah.
Jesus is like, I'll be right here.
Yeah. Moving back in time, actually before Patrick got here, had to go take care of some documentation that unfortunately affected only me and the family. The rest of the family was good. Some months ago, we had to renew our resident, not our resident visas, but our pretty much our resident IDs that just make us legal with certain things. And the computer decided that it was going to do an error on my information alone. And Mindy and Natasha were fine. They got their cards, and then they said, yeah, you're going to have to come back in. And I went back in, and they said, yeah, we're going to have to fill out everything again. You have to start over. It's like, great. So thankfully, they filled out the paperwork, and I just had to wait a couple hours, an hour and a half. And then after that, my family was like a 45-minute car ride away at another mall. And I went to go to the Uber app, and it wasn't downloaded. And I was like, I could download it and use it, but you know what I'm going to do instead? I'm going to walk. And so I proceeded to walk 8 miles in the streets of Sao Paulo. It was great. It was good times. Except I did not wear the right shoes. I had my Yoda shoes, and they are more of a, I don't know what to call them, like a
casual. They're just
a casual shoe that
street
doesn't casual street shoe that does not have a lot of cushioning. And probably around 6 miles out of the 8 miles I walked, definitely started to form a blister on my right foot. And I could feel that baby. And I was just like, this was not a smart move, but it was still worth it. I got my steps in, and I got some good walking in. But it was fun. So got that little walk in, and then met my family at the mall, had some Johnny Rockets with burgers and shakes. And
Y'all got Johnny Rockets?
Yeah, man.
I didn't think that was a thing anymore.
It is here in Brazil. We
I
got
got
'em.
my toe stuck
That's where it
under
went.
the door of Johnny.
Yeah, that's where it went.
When I was a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That sounds
Was
painful.
that Myrtle Beach when it was still at Myrtle Beach? I don't think they're there anymore.
Probably not. They all went south.
Yeah.
And then besides that, the last thing we did was over the weekend on Sunday, we went and visited the first city that we lived in, the church we attended for the first 3 years we were in Brazil, Paradise Church of the Nazarene. Went and hung out with our friends there and had lunch with a family that always, like, no matter if we have plans or not, they always invite us to their house. And the last time we had to shoot them down. So we said, next time when we come in, we'll go. And so we went and had lunch with them, hung out with them in the afternoon. The dad in the family, he is huge into cars, into what else? He just has random things that he loves to fiddle with, and he has like an airsoft gun, so like an airsoft pistol. So we just stood in his backyard and shot just random things with his airsoft gun. Between the kids and I, it was fun, just like hitting off a tin can, hitting off of course there were some birds, and James almost started to shoot the birds, and we were like, probably not a good idea, son. Just in case, we don't want dead birds in the yard.
It's airsoft, so it wouldn't kill them.
Yeah, I don't know that it would. I mean, it depends. They were kind of small birds, so
Disorient the birds.
yeah,
Yeah, they'd be disoriented.
for sure. At one point we were talking about, I can't remember what we were talking about, but I brought up how I'd always wanted to play the fiddle, like the violin. And I found out again, the dad, he quote unquote fiddles with everything. So he actually grew up playing the violin, and he's like, actually, I have a violin. Do you want to try it? I'm like, I guess. I can't guarantee what it's going to sound like, but I guess he played when he was a kid, and his dad made him play so much that as an adult, he's like, I have a fiddle just because I can play it, but I never play it because my dad always made me do it, and I didn't want to. So, but he got it out, and the kids and I fiddled with the violin, and it was cool. Just I've never really messed with a violin before. Yeah,
You never know when you never know if you may end up in Georgia and the devil.
I know, right?
Right?
Trip.
I was thinking the same thing.
I mean, that's one of the songs. That's one of the songs that come to my head, like, and it, it doesn't come out that way when you have no
It
idea.
went
what
down
you're
to
doing.
Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal.
Yeah, bum bum bum. But
Then
yeah.
he went up to West
So-
Virginia and he said, "Oh, snap!
Oh,
Why am I here?
oh snap! What? Who tricked me into coming here? Yeah, and then let's see. That covers Iffle, Earl, Iggle. I think besides just doing through the word, reading Psalms, the thing that came to mind was just this morning on the way to picking up Patrick, because like I said, I not only had a 3-hour drive taking Patrick back, but I had a 3-hour drive this morning to get to the airport. And part of that, I got to talk with Canadian Chris Kerwin.
Hey,
Got to chat with him, and he sends hellos and everything to the
Love
Good
you,
Morning
Chris.
guys. He's been very busy traveling, doing actuary conferences and being a VP of his organization, and keep him busy. But just getting to talk with him and to pray with him was nice. And yeah, so that was kind of the Eagle side of things. I mean, getting to talk and pray with Chris, and then right after that, pick up Patrick at the airport, and then just get to spend the next week with him hanging out here in Brazil is good times. So, yep. But that's about it.
So you're going to be in West Virginia or in that area at the end of the year, right?
Yes, sir.
May need to make that happen.
Yep.
yeah.
Just as long as that their weather cooperates, since we're going to be in the U.S. during a time when you just never know with the weather. But
True.
Mhm.
we definitely, if the weather works it out, we should definitely be getting
Is that
together.
gonna be December?
Quadfecta. We'll be there from we'll be in West Virginia and Ohio for sure, maybe even Maryland, between December 15th and January 15th. So
Okay.
through Christmas and then the beginning of January and the new year. Yep. All right. Well, that is all for us. How about Yuns? If you want to share what's new with you in your neck of the woods, then let's do some quick old housekeeping where we offer them their towels, fluff pillows topped with Andy's candies, and tip you off to how you can connect with the GMGU on Twitter, Discord, Facebook, and Instagram. You can share what's new with you just like Humar Whittle did. Earl, been dealing with my internet provider after my upload speed tanked, getting less than 10% of what we are paying for. Ouch. That is
Oh,
not
geez.
cool. Going to see some stand-up this weekend and play D&D this
Very
weekend.
nice.
Nice.
Very nice, very nice. Iffle, playing through Marvel Midnight Suns. Very good. Tell me how it goes. My son kind of gave up on it for a little bit, but when I brought up that he had given up on it, he's like, I'm ready to go back to it. Let's go. Let's play. So we'll see what happens. And then that old Elden Ring DLC Umar Whittle's playing.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Shadow of
Yeah.
the Erd Tree.
Have fun. Lord Zukor. Yo. I made it through VBS last week, and I did not get sick. Good job.
Praise
Praise God.
the Lord.
PTL.
Mhm.
I had a great team in the music room, and we had a lot of fun. Tomorrow is Danielle and my anniversary. It's their anniversary.
Oh,
There you go.
tomorrow.
happy
So,
anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Can't believe it's been 8 years already. We're going out for some yummy Italian food for dinner tonight. Woo.
Are you going to Olive Garden?
Yeah, I was just going to say, is it Olive Garden? Merc
Getting those endless
Italian.
breadsticks.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Actually, before I want to know what's the 8-year. You guys know what the 8-year anniversary
Wood,
is? It?
I think.
It
I could
is
be wrong.
bronze pottery. So,
Bronze
no.
pottery?
Where did I
Bronze
come up with
Let's
pottery.
get my wife bronze pottery for her 8th anniversary.
Is
If
that
you want
like
to make
a
it,
traditional?
that's a traditional. If you want modern, you can do linens and lace.
Okay.
That makes more
I think
sense.
I think for her 8th anniversary, I got her a lace, like 3D picture of a rose
Cool.
with like some
Interesting.
wording around it for her anniversry.
Pretty
Okay,
sure if it
okay.
was lace, I probably got my wife some lingerie.
Yeah, that's what I thought that was going. All right.
Yep.
After hours.
That's a present for you. It is your anniversary. It's
It was my
your.
anniversary.
Yeah.
This is about me.
All right. Lord Zukar has a hashtag GMG questionee. You are now the star of a sitcom. What is the premise of your sitcom, and what celebrity is your co-star? Oh man,
That's a good question.
It would be a sitcom all about ministry in a church.
Oh man, that'd be a really good one.
Yep. And I'm gonna say that might cause some drama. I don't know. Kirk Cameron is my co-star.
Oh, all right.
All right.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
I'm trying to think of my co-star. I'm having trouble thinking of. I know there's people.
All right. So
let's hear it.
mine would be centered around youth football team. I would say maybe like a high school football team. And Ryan Reynolds would be the head coach.
There you go.
Nice.
Okay. I am. So I'm a guy living in Brazil with his family. I'm on tough times, and this is like a dramedy. Is that when it's like it's kind of serious, but it's still a comedy? Like
Yeah. On a very special episode of
Yeah, I don't know what to call it. I don't have a title, but
Yeah.
pretty much I'm on hard times with me and my family because we're doing ministry in Brazil. So it's like kind of like me. And then uh somebody like close to me in the like this is gonna get kind of morbid. I don't really want to pick anyone because I don't want to like jinx anything, but somebody passes away in the US and I have to be there. So I decide to I don't have enough money to take a flight. And so I just leave by faith and go on a road trip and like with my family. But we only make it like halfway through Brazil, and then we run into what is the dude from Brooklyn Nine-Nine? Jake
Andy Samberg.
Andy Samberg, and he joins us and helps us make it all the way to the US to make it to the memorial for the person. Maybe it's like a friend from high school, like that I lost contact with. I don't know, like some kind of like the end of season 1 is making it there and honoring their memory.
There you go.
Yeah.
And you're in their will and testament.
Yep.
I guess mine, like, I feel like the only thing I'm good at right now is maintenance. So it'd have to be somewhere centered around maintenance. But as I was thinking about it, do y'all remember the like failed claymation Eddie Murphy?
PJs.
Yeah. Was it the PJs?
It was the PJs.
Yeah.
PJs. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I would like reboot that. But it'd be me.
Nice.
And co-star. Terry Crews, just because he's just
Very
funny.
nice.
Terry Crews. You can't go wrong with Terry Crews. All right. I'm modifying real quick the premise of my show. So Andy Samberg is not someone that I run into on the road trip. I do a road trip with my family to get back to the US, but then in my memories, it's Andy Samberg and I in college. And he was a college friend, and
There you
he's the
go.
one that died. And so I'm reliving the memories, and then stuff's happening in the current world that connects to my memories with him. And so it's
It's all
about like
coming
my
together.
reflection. So yeah, so
All right.
that's it.
Oh,
just,
yeah.
just wanted to update that a little bit since
Okay.
someday it's going to be real.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. Next up, Corey. Hey, all. Sorry I've been absent recently. It's about time you show up. You no good for nothing. We love you. We're just kidding, Corey. I'm
Chris.
just kidding. Chris, Craig, Corey Smith. Life has been a lot lately. Earl, been busy with friends and family stuff, more busy than usual, which can be all right, but I'm just flat worn out. I was talking with my boss, and apparently we just picked up 130-ish apartment units that we will be doing plumbing work for. Oh my gosh, that sounds like a lot of
I
pipes.
will have
I
none
want-
of that.
Wow,
he
yeah,
works
that's
for
a lot of
plumbing
work.
company, right?
Yeah, he's a plumber.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's probably like a retrofit where they're going in and redoing all the piping. 'Cause I had that happen at a property.
That sounds.
It's very involved.
Yeah. They'll play a game. Guess my flush.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
And I'm out.
Bye, guys. All right. Iffle. Been playing Fallout 76 again as they dropped a new expansion area, new weapons, enemies, and events. It's been a blast. It's been a blast to play again. West Virginia. Mountain Mama. All right. Eagle. We have been.
They've been support. Yes.
They've been support my formed and his midweek community. We've been supporting my former and his midweek. I don't know. He started up. Somebody started up a gathering of community. You know what it says?
Guessing, I'm just
Foreman?
guessing here. He's been supporting his former pastor and his midweek community gathering he started up.
Okay,
All
that
right.
makes a lot of sense.
Okay,
Yep.
all right.
Let's
okay.
go with that.
We'll
Yeah.
go with that. Basically, a midweek service, but for ages 18 to 35 specifically. It's been really good. There's a really good group of people, and I can see it growing. That's awesome.
Very nice.
Cool.
Very nice, Corey. That's about it for me. Love y'all. Love you too.
Love you too, buddy.
Love you
Yes,
back.
sir. Except work on your sentence formation so we can know. Still love you no matter what. Just saying. Boss fight with angry son. Aaron, I love his changing name. His story within his name every week.
Yep.
Earl, heat went from bad to murderous over the weekend, so I spent most of my time out of the house when possible. Our new AC unit has allegedly been shipped over, but the subcontractor can't seem to locate it. Great. So, sorry. So that's not great.
That's not great.
Sorry about that, Aaron. Went to the monthly social on Thursday, had fun, but also ate too much pizza. Patrick and I know what that's like. As we had all-you-can-eat pizza tonight at Casa da Pizza.
How many pieces did you have tonight? 11?
7. 11?
10 or 11.
I think I had 9.
Yeah.
Ooh, those days
Are these like okay?
long
But are
gone for
these like big slices, or are these like the slices?
These are
that
normal
your-
slices.
that
They're
your
normal
teacher
slices.
would
They're
cut
not-
for you when they throw a
No.
pizza party. Like,
They're not.
Oh
they're
my
not
gosh.
thick cut. They're not. They're not like the thick or anything. These are normal pizza slices.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, those
Yeah,
days
it's
are
good stuff.
long gone for me.
Yeah.
It was good.
And he said,
I've been thinking about that place for over 2 years. When I came here 2 years ago, I've been thinking about that place.
It's
There's
called
one
Casa
piece.
de Pizza.
Yeah.
Yep, the pizza house.
The Pizza House. Yeah.
Yeah. It was
All you need.
magical. And Patrick pretty early on got his favorite slice of pizza right from the onset.
Yeah. Moda de Casa, and I had 3 of those. Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's nice because what happens at this place, because it's not like a normal buffet. Like they come around kind of like a Brazilian steakhouse where they'll just bring pizza to you if you're ready to have some.
So it's like
Otherwise, they'll
CC's, but like
Except
it
it's
tastes
not.
good.
This is
Except
this
it's
is
just-
good
it tastes
pizza.
good.
That's why we had 9 and 11 pieces.
Okay.
And you don't have to run to the bathroom immediately.
Yeah,
Correct.
that's
Oh
very
no,
true.
no, yeah.
Yeah, at CC's, you're like having a slice, and all right, I'll be right back.
Ryan, I know you're newer to the show, but I affectionately refer to CC's as feces pizza.
It's correct.
That's fair. That's a fair.
Yeah.
That's a fair assessment.
Aaron did say he's as surprised as you are to make the comment he ate too much pizza. He didn't think that was such a thing, but it can happen. All might have gotten mildly scammed on Friday. Saw an ad for a heavy discount meat sale near him. Went and nobody was there. Discovered the same sale was allegedly scheduled for about 14 different locations. Seems legit. Upside down emoji smiley face. Iffle saw Bad Boys on Saturday mainly to get out of the house while the temps went up to 100 degrees, not hyperbole, that afternoon. So when I got there, got my hot dogs and went in, the screen was oddly silent for 5 minutes before showtime. Typically, there's pre-ads playing before the previews start. Got to 12:40 when previews should have been starting and still nothing, so I went out to find a worker to ask what was going on. Long story short, turns out my screen and several others in the theater were shut down due to lack of air conditioning. Oh, no. But I was
Goodness
able to-
gracious.
yeah, air conditioning strikes again, or lack thereof. But I was able to trade in my ticket for an equally good seat at a 1 p.m. show, and they gave us an extra for the inconvenience.
Oh, nice.
Movie was good, by the way. I'm typically pretty leery once a movie series gets past a certain number of installments. My brain just reflexively thinks mediocre cash grab. But it exceeded my expectations. I'd give it 13 out of 15 neutralized home intruders. This will make sense if you ever see it. Thank you for that.
13 out of 15. Nice.
Yeah, I like that. Also played a little Eiyuden Chronicle and City Skylines 2 once the new patch came out on the 24th, about a week later than it was supposed to. Apparently, there's a submission process that takes several days. It was stuck in queue because the devs didn't submit it in time. Fun fact, the same thing happened to the last song I released, so I can sympathize. Oops. Uh-huh. Nice. Thank you for sharing, Aaron.
Oh
Very
my
much.
goodness. Who is
I
this
hope-
guy?
Who's that guy? All right. Also, Lord Zukar, this is a PS on his update. Shaved my mustache off as an anniversary present to my wife. What crazy things do you do for love?
If I shaved my mustache off, I'm pretty sure my wife would divorce me. She does not like my face
Yeah.
when it does not have hair on it.
That's
If
fair.
I shaved my mustache, I would divorce myself.
You're looking in the mirror. I don't know who you are. I'm
Yep.
never looking at you again.
You're not the man I married.
What crazy things did I do for love? I am not okay. Let me preface this by saying it's not my favorite food. I'm not a huge Mexican food person.
Really?
It's
know.
my wife's absolute favorite.
Mm.
So anytime she picks, it's usually Mexican. I love her to death, so I still go. But yeah, at some point I'm gonna just be like, I can't do this anymore. I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, like I like libations from time to time,
Mhm.
and one of the good tasting libations is rum. And there's quite a slew of different tasting rums out there, but for whatever reason, rum gives me very, very bad breath. And so I do not drink rum for Mel ever. The last time I had rum was my bachelor party. It was the last time I had it.
So
Cool. So whenever I come over, we're gonna get some rum, and we're not gonna.
I want some rum. I want it so bad. I want it, but I do not do it for her sake.
So I tend to be that kind of person in movie theaters that, like, I don't know. I try to, and maybe this is me trying to help people out. You know, I tend to check if a particular movie has like an after credit scene,
Oh yeah, I do that too.
and I will announce, like, if people start getting up, like, there's an after credit scene, and Kristen,
You, sir, are a hero when you do that. By the way,
You are a
and-
gentleman and a scholar.
yes,
and-
you are.
Kristen hates it.
Now everyone's gonna look at us. Don't do it.
That basically she
Yeah.
doesn't like the unwanted attention. So
Yeah.
I resist. I've resisted many times, even though the nice guy in me is like, no, you're about to miss more of the movie. Don't leave. But it's all good.
Well, the first thing that came to mind was a song that expresses what I do. I would do anything for love. That's it. To
Oh, so that's not crazy. Just do it.
Burn, burn. Yeah, just do it.
You'll even do that.
I'll even do that. I'll even do that. Whatever that is. I don't know. Like I don't know. I cook meals, wash dishes. I make coffee every day for my wife. I don't know. Like I've gotten to the point where now, and I think this is crazy, but now it's like I could be doing anything. She says, I really think this should happen. And I'm like, drop it. Like I used to play video games, be like, I'll do that later. And now it's like, nope, drop it. Let's go.
Yep.
What do you need? So I can't think of anything in particular beyond that. Just because it's very, I don't know. Yeah, I'm blanking. So that's all I got.
There you go.
There you go. There we go. I think we have one more message, right?
We do. We have a voicemail message.
Yeah, which you can do too.
I wonder if anybody will check this since Pat and Lucas are both in Brazil. Mark,
did.
Brian,
I seen it.
leaving it up to you boys.
Yep.
You're in charge.
Yep.
Hi.
I don't got
Tim.
any control.
I'm currently sitting outside drinking a cold PBR, grilling dogs and beer brats. If you hear a noise, that's the fan because it's hot as the gates of hell here with a lovely heat index of 111. So we're going to call that the IRL.
Gross.
The Eagle. Hey. my wife said, we should probably go to church twice Sunday. And I'm like, why is that? She goes, well, we had locusts, aka cicadas. And then we're having massive flooding here. So there's another one.
Oh, you
And
got some plagues
then her
going on.
ex-husband was being nice to her, so we are pretty sure the end is near. Gaming wise, I did dive back into Hellblade 2. Played a little bit of Fortnite Reloaded this morning before work, and it's a super small map, 40 people. I wish my boys would join me for this. Mark, Pat,
Yep.
Lucas, you can join us.
Yep.
Sure.
I know Justin will be down. Come on, come on. Anyway, I don't have a whole lot going on, but you guys have a great day. Love you. Bye.
Love you too.
Love you too, Tim.
Timmy.
Love you
And
too,
I stopped
Timmy.
it in time again. Yay!
Hey, hello. Good job.
2
good
gold
job.
stars for you, sir.
Yay!
1 for each
Yeah,
nipple.
Jeez. I don't even know what I was going to say.
And Tim, the end.
All right, I mean that's why you get 2 stars.
Good night, everybody.
All right. Well,
I love you, Mark.
You guys are making my neck hurt tonight.
all right. Well, with that, we are going to continue on. If you'd rather connect with us visually or spectatorly, there is YouTube and Twitch. We have a plethora of joiners who stream, so you can check the links in Discord. Click them. Patreon on our merch page. You can support and gear up with us. We have new designs and great things that you could purchase: shirts and sweaters and stickers and mugs. Linktree.com/GMGpod. Of course, if you can't toss your attention or a coin to your podcasters, but still the giving type, you can rate and review us on Apple Podcasts and Podchaser and Spotify. And besides that, you can leave a message if you like, just like Timmy Pollen did. 929 GMG guys. We'd love it if you shared a Earl Iffle Iggle update with us audioly. Alrighty then, Pat, Mark, Ryan as well, of course, and as always, along with you, our beloved friends, family, and joiners, go get your good morning this week, and may God bless and guide your lives as you live, as you work, and as you game.
1, 2, 3, 4.